Hi, and welcome back to Skrach. Today, we're going to make black bean soup. If you'd like to support the channel, please like and share this recipe. For this, we'll need 1 pound of dried black beans, 5 sprigs of fresh cilantro or 2 teaspoons of dried cilantro, a small yellow onion, a large carrot, a bay leaf, 4 cups of chicken broth, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a tablespoon of minced garlic, a tablespoon of lime juice, a teaspoon of ground cumin, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, a half teaspoon of dried oregano, and 15 ounces of diced tomatoes. We'll start by rinsing our beans into the sink and picking out any stones if necessary. Then we'll transfer them to a large pot and cover them with about 8 cups of water. You can either soak your beans overnight and cook them on the stovetop for an hour and a half, or cook them from dried for 1 hour in a pressure cooker under high pressure, as I'm doing. We'll release the pressure after an hour if using a pressure cooker. While our beans are cooking or depressurizing, we'll prepare our vegetables. We'll rinse and dice our carrot, peel and dice our onion, and remove the leaves from our cilantro and roughly chop them. Then we'll drain our beans. In the same pot that we cooked our beans in, we'll heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil over medium to high heat. For my multi-cooker, I'll accomplish this by setting it to saute. Once the oil is heated, we'll add our carrots and saute them for about 5 minutes over medium-high heat before adding in our diced onions. We'll continue cooking an additional 2 minutes until the onions become translucent. Then we'll add in our garlic and saute until fragrant, about a minute. Then we'll add our chicken broth, return our beans to the pot, and stir in 15 ounces of diced tomatoes with its juices, cilantro, tablespoon of lime juice, teaspoon each of cumin, salt, and pepper, half teaspoon of oregano, and a bay leaf. We'll bring this to a boil and then reduce heat to medium-low and allow it to simmer for about 30 minutes, stirring occasionally. On my multi-cooker, I'll accomplish this by setting it to the soup setting. After 30 minutes, we'll remove it from the heat, remove our bay leaf, and then blend about a quarter of our soup mixture with an immersion blender to thicken it up. If you don't have an immersion blender, you can pulse it in a normal blender or just serve it as a brothy soup. We'll garnish this with some sour cream and green onion. And remember, if you like the content, please subscribe.